So, hi guys, this is Bernhard from TANGO Racing in Vienna. This is the fourth DGTM race taking place at Watkins, Glen. This time I was fighting with the setup a bit, so I didn't make it into first split this time. I'm in second split. And William is in first, so we're not racing together.
The pit exit looks clear.
And yeah, normally I am able to run decent times here at Watkins Glen. So, but after the update, the rear of the Ferrari, there's so less downforce, you have to change the setup in a very strange way to make it drivable. Somehow it didn't really work out for me. So I will try to survive and score a few points for our team. And that's about it. So, I guess plenty of people will have an accident here, I'm afraid. Where do I start? Oh, in third. Ah, this is exactly what I don't want. In the beginning of the pack, of a sprint race. Yuck. I would so much prefer to be the last in first split and just follow the the field. Yeah, so just a few seconds too slow here. Well, okay. Nothing I can do here now.
The air temp is 22 Celsius. The track temp is 24 Celsius. Okay, Big G, get ready. Green, green, green.
Oh, bad start.
Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side, clear left.
Tires, 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 tires.
Clear left.
No! I had a slowdown somewhere and I didn't see it. No, I can't believe that.
Crap, we just outstopped go penalty.
No! I didn't see it. I was avoiding the accident.
We've got 3 laps to serve this penalty.
I don't believe that. I could win this race in second split, but I was avoiding the guy crashing in front of me.
We need to complete this penalty in the next 2 laps.
I don't believe that. I would like to discuss this with race control if there's a way to avoid that, but hallo Gunnar.
Hi.
Servus, du, kurze Frage. Ich habe in der ersten Runde, ist vor mir einer nach Passstop abgeschmiert. Habe ihn versucht zu, weil ich bin ausgewichen, bin auf die Wiese gekommen. Und das hat offensichtlich einen Slowdown bewirkt, den ich leider nicht gesehen habe. Jetzt habe ich 21 Sekunden Stop and Hold, kann man nichts machen, oder?
Nein.
Ja.
Slowdown sind wir nicht hier.
Ja, ich meine, das war nichts wirklich zum schneller werden. Ich bin dem einfach nur ausgewichen, aber sicher um ein Stück langsamer, als ich hätte sein können. Aber ich habe halt um den herumgefahren müssen und anscheinend habe ich dann nicht gesehen, dass das ein Slowdown war. Ich habe es einfach nicht gesehen und sehe dann die schwarze Flagge wegen Cutting Course. Ich nehme an, dass es dort ein Slowdown gewesen ist.
Wie kommst du überhaupt hier hin? Bist du am Fahren?
Ja, ich bin am Fahren. Aber ich fantasiere mich hier ein bisschen. Ah, scheiße, jetzt habe ich es weggeschmissen. Ja.
Na, Männers.
Hi.
Seid ihr am Arbeiten oder?
Ich gehe gleich wieder raus, ich muss... Ah, sind die weg. Ah, this is like worst case scenario.
Hit for your stop, go penalty now. Box, box, box.
This happened already once to me that I didn't see the slowdown for some reason. I don't know. I just didn't see it. Maybe because of the craziness during stop and start and go. The start.
Look out for the pit speed limit. Pit lane speed
Yeah,
limit
that's
is
annoying.
72 kilometers per hour.
The guys were not really fast. I could have won this this race,
You still need to serve your penalty.
but I just didn't see the slowdown. I just didn't see it. What should I say? The guy in front of me lost it at bus stop. I avoided him in order not to crash into him. Went on the grass. In my opinion, this must have been slower than. Anyway.
Pit exit's clear.
It's really a pity because I'm quite good in being slow, so I can drive without an accident if I try to. And so many guys were crashing because of the cold tires in the first laps. I could have easily avoided that. And the guy in front of me, P1, was not too fast. So I think there was a good chance for me to win this race. In second split, I have to mention that. And then, trying to discuss the black flag, I went in TeamSpeak to have a question, to ask this to Gunnar. Because I thought maybe if the cutting of the course is due to avoiding an accident, maybe that's something you can do. But by going over there, I didn't pay attention. and lost it in one of the corners. Now I have a bit of a accident as well, damage. But basically that's not really, doesn't make a big of a difference. The problem is the stop and hold for 21 seconds in a sprint race of 9 laps. I mean, this is, that's it. And I definitely would have had to, I would have fought for a podium here, if not the win. It's so unnecessary. Well, stupid mistake. Obviously too nervous or too much focused on what's going on during start, so I didn't see this, I didn't see the information that I have a slowdown. I will double check in the stream, because I really didn't see it. I mean, if you ask me now, I didn't see anything red going on here telling me I have to slow down, like nothing. So, oh, interesting that I was so blind. I didn't see that. Source to wide. Yeah, it should not happen. This should not happen. Not seeing a slowdown. It's really a pity, because one of my strengths are to stay safe. So I can handle cold tires in the first 3 laps and not crash by that. Well, I did crash, but this was because I was discussing stuff in TeamSpeak and working with a mouse instead of driving. Well, there's the second race. I will try to do better in second race.
Come on, Big Jim. Push, push, push. We'll get this guy.
13 seconds ahead. I don't think so, unless he has damage. such a short race. Believable. 8 lap, 2 more, it's done. Yeah, should have been at least podium.
Gaps now 11 seconds. P16.
I don't know how I can not see this slowdown message. Happened to me already once. It's really interesting. So our last lap, first race.
Okay, Big G, you're in the sky. The gap's now 8.0 seconds.
I'm catching quite fast, but still. Well, in 2 laps it's not possible. What a shame.
16th place. That's the end of the race. Never mind.
I do. How can I not see a stupid slowdown message? Would have been so easy to slow down a bit. Probably I would have still be P2 easily. You're done?
Yes.
How was it?
Pretty good. P7.
Oh, congrats. Very, very good.
I had a bit of luck.
Okay. Lots of people crashed.
I went from P11 to P7 in the first corner.
Cool. Well, yeah, I fucked up big time.
Oh no.
First I messed up the start, but it was not too bad because basically everybody was crashing, and after a few corners I was P2. But in bus stop P3 lost it in front of me. I avoided him and went, like, by avoiding him I went over the grass, and half a lap later I get a black flag, 21 seconds to stop and hold because of cutting course. And I really didn't see anything, but I guess by avoiding the accident and going over the grass I had a slowdown which I didn't see. So I didn't slow down because I was not aware of it, and then I tried to get an to discuss short
What's
if
your
it's
speed?
possible, if it's a slowdown and a disquali because of avoiding accident. But they say, well, there's nothing they can do if you don't slow down. If you slow down, you have the quali. I'm in the stop and hold. And while I was discussing this, I lost it in one corner and had a spin as well. But it doesn't matter. I mean, if I have to stop and hold for half a minute in a 10 lap race, it's really, and the guys were not so fast, so I would definitely have been around podium. Or actually I think P1.
That was intense. I'm sweating like a pig.
No. It's a pity. I could have been one of the top 3 easily in this race. I mean, really easily. I was starting P3, and obviously the guys are not so fast here in the race. I'm really sure I would have been podium or even win this race. But I just didn't see this stupid slowdown. It happened to me once.
You have the second race.
Yeah, but still, I'm pissed. That
Yeah, I understand.
and second race, no idea how this is. I want to see this in my stream. This is slow down Steve stuff. I'm curious now. Here I have the black flag already. I just didn't see any slowdown message at all. I don't know. There it is. It's so strange if you focus. It's really interesting that you see how hard you focus during start. There was a Merc in front of me. He lost it. I I don't see this in the replay, do I? The slowdown messages? I don't think you see this, right? So then it's in the stream as well.
How long do we have to wait?
1 second.
Well, I think we
So Merckx leaves it. I went over grass. Well, in replay you don't see, but I see it in the stream. That after I avoided this Merc and went over the grass, there's the red slowdown message just in front of me in the black ceiling of the car. I just didn't see it. Well, 1.5 seconds, it's a lot. I mean, I would have had to give up a few positions. But I didn't see it. No, nothing. It's so weird. Bist so in einem Tunnelblick. Yeah. Shit happens. Shit happens. How many points are the first race? I mean, the second race is more important than the first one, I guess, no? Do you know? Hello. I think William took a shower.
Antenne.
Hallo,
Geil.
grüß
Oh,
euch,
oh.
Vorsicht, der Feind ist hier.
Oh, wieder rein.
Hat der Markus mir kurz geschrieben vorher?
Ja, richtig, richtig.
Ja,
Ich war da
tut mir irrsinnig leid, du hast mich erwischt. War mein Fehler, es tut mir leid, dass ich es dort verloren hat. Hätte nie passieren dürfen. Also war peinlich, dass ich da im Weg rumgestanden bin.
Die
Ja.
Ferrari-Sprungschanze.
Ja.
Ich hab's gesehen, das war ja
ich konnte
die
nicht mehr
Sprungschanze.
machen. Die zwei vor mir, einer war links vorbei, einer war rechts vorbei und ich
Und du bist dann in der Mitte, ja.
Ja, nee, ich wollte ja auch innen vorbei, aber ich habe wohl so viel Speed gehabt, da bin ich bin leicht nach außen gedriftet und keine Chance.
Hast du weiterfahren können oder war es aus für dich?
Nee, komplett
Ach,
scheiden.
scheiße. Na, es tut mir sehr leid. Bei mir war es gar
Ja.
nicht so schlimm, ist manchmal sehr komisch, ich konnte weiterfahren.
Ja,
Aber-
32 Minuten Repair-Time bringt
Ah,
bei.
okay. Na, es ist passiert, weil ich diskutiert habe, eine 21 Sekunden Stop and Hold, die ich bekommen habe wegen Cutting the Course. Vor mir hat ein Mercedes im Passstop weggeschmissen, ich bin ausgewichen, bin über die Wiese in der ersten Runde. Und ich weiß nicht wieso, aber ich habe diese blöde Slowdown-Meldung nicht gesehen. Ich habe es einfach nicht gesehen und eine Runde später kriege ich plötzlich ein Stop and Hold 21 Sekunden, war total geflasht. Habe das
Wunderbar.
diskutiert und war dann so abgelenkt und genervt, wie auf P2, dass ich es dann in der Kurve dort weggeschmissen habe. Einfach nicht aufgepasst. Ich bin da im Kopf 80% diskutiert wegen diesem blöden Slowdown.
Ja, gut. Passiert.
Doof. Es tut mir leid wegen dir jetzt, dass du da zum Handkuss gekommen bist. Wie gesagt, wollte ich dir nur sagen. Also
Ja.
geht auf mich,
Ja.
sorry.
Okay, kein Problem. Also wie gesagt, ist halt doof, weil ich war ja auch auf P6 und habe mich voll gefreut schon, meine erste Top 10, aber naja. Vielleicht klappt es ja im zweiten Rennen.
Ja, alles Gute, gell? Beim zweiten
Ja,
Rennen, gell?
dir auch, danke.
Ciao, grüß euch.
Ciao.
Ah, ja.
Hello.
Hello. I was just over there and there was one guy who ran into me very hard after I spun. He couldn't avoid me and he was saying sorry, and I just told him like I'm sorry that I was standing there because should not have been there in the first place. And he had big damage, he couldn't continue. So, well, I finished the thing. I got P16 in the end with the stop and hold and damage stuff, but yeah, stupid.
That sucks. So you won't be first place, I guess. You won't be switched.
No, I won't.
They only switched the first 12, I guess.
Do I start then from P16? Do you know?
Yeah,
If I
think
finish
so.
the first one? Okay.
Yes.
So this means it's going to be an exciting, dangerous race because I have to make a lot of passes. Considering that I was like basically, well, the pace was easily top 3. This means that P16 I will be quite, how do you say, overpaced?
I guess so.
But it means also I need to make a lot of passes.
The new servers are up, by the way.
What are good situations to make a pass other than the long straight?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
Start finish is possible, I guess.
Fuck, I will have all the fast guys behind me.
Yeah, but you're more or less keeping the position. You're like in the mid pack of the first 12 or so, no?
Yeah, I was now, but some
P7.
people crashed, so
How did you
should
finish?
be around P10.
P7, you said, huh?
Yes. I guess it's my best result yet.
But you
No,
should
no, no.
you
P4
should
was my best.
you should stay more or less at P7, I think, no? P6,
Yeah, I'm not
P7
sure.
hardly change. If you swap the first 12, first become 12, 12 become first, means that 6, 7 is kind of staying where they are.
Yeah, but I will have slower guys in front of me and a bit
Faster.
faster guys
Yeah.
behind me.
Well, half of them are going to crash anyway. And this happened
Yeah,
there a
I
lot.
could be one
Like
of them.
this is, yeah, but if you are careful.
I hope I start on the inside.
This is what I'm a bit annoyed because I'm quite good in like I always say I'm good in going slow. I can be careful like for the first 3 laps, avoiding to crash by myself. And plenty of guys will have an accident, so I'm benefiting by this. It happened like that in the first race already. It's just a matter of avoiding them. Yeah, but still, obviously, I'm so focused and so concentrated that I don't know, I don't see the slowdown message. I mean, it's almost in front of me.
Yeah, that's weird.
I managed to do this already once in a race, I can remember. I was completely shocked. Suddenly I get a black flag. So like, what? Where is this coming from? No, I never see anything. I don't know. Somehow, especially I think in first lap during start, you know, when you're like in mid-pack in all the traffic and people crashing all around you, you're trying to avoid stuff. I'm so focused that I don't see anything around me, including slowdown messages.
Yeah, that's not good.
Well, but do you know the pointing, the scoring system? The first race counts less than the second, I guess, no? Due to the length, hopefully.
I think so. I'm not sure how they count it.
And I'm always bored with this scoring points system. I never check that. I was always also I would be interested is if you win the second split race as P1, do you have still less points than the last one in first split?
I think so.
Would be logical, I think.
Yes.
Well. So this time we start full. Any idea when you are going to make the pit stop?
No, not really.
when you start to get slower. Your
Guess so.
usual tactic. What is if you're not getting slower?
Well, I will see what the other guys do.
All clear, push now, yellow flag, caution.
Well, I guess it's going to be an exciting race for me. Trying to make as many positions as possible. I would have loved to start last in first split and just follow the follow the grid, avoiding the crashed cars, gaining some positions by just following first split instead of fighting like crazy in second for less points. Anyway,
Oh, it's not the last race.
yeah, but I will try to learn something from this. I don't know how I can manage to be more aware of stuff happening during start, so I don't skip, miss, not see a slowdown anymore. I don't know.
Yellow flag, keep your wits about you, mate.
But it's also stupid that I have this bad result in the first race, since I have to start now that far back when I could easily fight for podium if I start somewhere around the podium. But now from P16 I think it's impossible to drive onto podium from there for me.
Everything.
Well, yeah, but it's very unlikely, I think. Well, the car feels good also with full fuel.
The only thing I didn't practice is pit.
Sorry, you didn't what?
I didn't practice pit.
Yeah, there is a street to the right. You have to brake somewhere where this street to the right is and you're quite good. If you brake at the end of it, you're probably too fast.
3 times quick.
If you...
Yeah, I will follow somewhere.
It's just 147.7. Yellow flag, watch out.
Well, I see you after the race.
Yeah, I'm in your channel right now, so I move one up.
Main channel.
Sorry?
You're in the main.
Ah, and you too. Okay, so you move to on 2 and me 1. Okay, good luck. Well, let's see how this goes. Hopefully the internet stays, because my internet connection is failing now and then. It's start P16. Ah, this is going to be work. This is going to be work for me.
.28 laps. The track temp is 29 Celsius. Get ready. Go, go, go! Car left. Clear left. Car left. Hold your line. Clear left. Left side. Still there. Clear left. Left side. Clear left.
Sorry, ich weiß den Knopf doch mal drücken, was hier abfahren hier eigentlich nicht. Wahnsinn, was hier Leute sich an Steuer setzen.
Caution.
P6, 10 positions plus so far.
P6.
Running wide here. To be a bit more careful. These two guys in front, they're pretty fast. Audi is pushing hard. Ooh, this was close. Almost thought I have a tire there.
end it already.
cost time.
Alright, Big G, just keep hitting your marks. This is looking good. P3. Gap to address ahead is now 2.0 seconds. Okay, Big G, just cut the track.
But no slow down this time, huh? No.
This is great. Come on, keep nailing those exits. P2. Gap to address in front is now 1.8. extra speed limit in the pits. Pit lane speed limit is 72 kilometers per hour. Three laps of fuel remaining.
Let's see how this works out.
There's a car approaching. Don't cross the white line. The gap behind is now 1.8 seconds.
Tires are not there yet. According to GT, I have to save some fuel, I'm afraid. Have to do a bit lift and coast. I'm not sure if my fuel is enough. This is a bit worrisome for me. Because we have to get to the pit after the race, otherwise we are disqualified, so I'm not exactly sure. I'll let this guy pass and see if he's faster than me.
You're right.
Ah, it's not. I thought he's passing.
now decreased to 0.37. Defend your position, don't let it through.
Whew. P16 to P4.
That's the finish. Well done.
William? William?
Abend.
Ah, da bin ich im falschen oder was? Ah, Entschuldigung.
Ja, ich glaub schon.
Falschen Channel, sorry. Hallo William? William!
Hello.
Hi! How are you?
Well, not too good.
Why?
Well, the race went good, but I finished 10th.
Okay.
I got crashed last corner, last lap.
But you still finished 10 or what?
Yes.
Despite the crash? Oh, okay.
Well, my car is totaled.
Wow. Well, lucky you managed to finish.
Yeah, I was defending very hard against Patrick Han.
Okay.
And on the straight, he just turned into the back of me. Well, it seemed like that. Maybe I was moving also. I'm not sure.
Well, review, maybe we have to make a protest.
Yes, yes, yes.
I just see my stream froze. I was wondering that nobody was watching. I guess no need to wonder. Strange, because I reboot especially, so I have no problem. At least the internet didn't fail, that's something. The sun looks quite good, I have to say.
Well, my car doesn't look good.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
You know the straight before the last left-hander?
Yeah,
That's why it happened.
okay.
He's saying, took me light, man.
Okay. Means like he's sorry.
I know. But I don't buy anything for that.
Well, I mean the...
Definitief nicht im Leben dort beroeren.
Yeah. You understand?
No, not really.
You can read again?
1 second.
Er wollte dich im Leben dort nicht berühren. Which means he had no intention whatsoever to touch you there. Like in his whole life, he could not imagine to touch you there.
Well,
But it seems
he
like...
did.
Yeah. Well, review, check it out and let me know if you want to make a protest. I cannot review because I'm in a different split. I'm sorry guys if anybody is still watching despite the frozen picture, I don't know why, but obviously GoPro decided to quit on me again. Or it's maybe it's still, no, it's still working. I just I had a break there, I think. Sorry, then everything is working as well. Okay, well,
How about your race, by the way?
gained 12 positions, finished
That's good.
P4, starting from P16, so I guess not much more I could do.
Well, I would have been P8, but man, I'm so sorry for what happened. I don't understand how your car could do something like that.
Well, as you say, you cannot buy anything from this. How did he finish?
He finished 8th.
He finished 8th.
Yeah, and I finished 10th.
Well, then I would consider a protest. If you think it's... What is it? Unavoidable car contact, I guess, huh?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Oh. Well, at least a few points in the second race I can contribute.
Yeah, I went from P10 to P8 last lap. And then it all went to shit.
Well, come on, P10 is still awesome finish. Come on.
Yeah, but coming from P6.
Well.
Well, I moved over a little bit.
So?
Well, he touches me, or I touch him, but my car shoots to the left immediately.
So probably some stupid net contact thing where you get a much stronger push than it was supposed to be, or should be, or could be. By the sounds of it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Well, you need to record the lap and well his car number, his team name, and most importantly the time index from the replay, the current time, race, whatever it is.
Yeah, I will save the whole race now and look at it later maybe.
Well, I think there's not too much time for the protest thing, so you'd don't take too long.
Okay.
In case you want to do it.
Yeah, looking at it, he moves over to the left and I move over to the right. And then yeah, it all goes.
Both on the straight.
Yes.
in during braking somewhere, or just accelerating still in the straight?
Accelerating out of the corner.
And he's touching you somewhere on the rear end on a corner or somewhere like this, or you were next to each other?
No, just on the straight. We were next to each other.
Next to each other already.
And his nose touched my rear wheel, I guess.
Yeah, so he's like a two-third behind.
Yes.
Well, if you both move, you move a bit to one side, he's moving a bit to the other, then maybe it's tricky. I don't know. I mean, if you don't move at all and he's the only one moving, closing in, then it's clear.
Fuck. I would have had a clean race also. I only have 2 incidents. That's weird.
You were on the left side, he was on the right side?
Yes.
And what was the next corner, left or right?
Left. So I basically had him covered.
Yeah, it's a bit weird that he's moving to the left. If the next corner is a left, well, yeah, like limiting your space.
I can send you the replay file maybe.
I mean,
Small
basically, what's going on in a situation like this is you try to get more room, like get as much to the right side for the next left-hander as possible, and the guy on the other side tries to limit your space as much as possible. If you want to do it like on purpose, no? To like, yeah.
It felt like he did it on purpose, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm not sure.
I mean, even if he's doing it on purpose, going to the left, if you go at the same moment, if you go to the right, it's like a 50-50. I mean, why do you go to the right? You're supposed to keep your line as well.
Yeah, I guess so.
So if you do it on purpose, it's because you want to get more space, take some space from the other guy. Yeah, so I would say like if
he moved over more than me.
yeah, okay, well, this is like small things. If it's like both moving, I would say it's 50-50 because, well, neither of you kept your line. So you cannot say the other ran into me. I was not moving because, like, if both are moving. If you just move like 5 centimeters and he's moving half a meter, it's a different thing.
Look, I'm looking at it from another angle, but I think we come out of the corner side by side. And I move over to the left a bit, very slowly, and then I stop moving, and he doesn't stop.
Okay.
I think that's it. Well, I will save it and I send you it.
You send it with a link, or how do you do?
Yeah, I will send a link.
Let's go to my TeamSpeak. I think we are done here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Hat die Führung übernommen, rastet hier hart in der Leitplanke ein und somit Namen drauf, die sind leider nicht wirklich sortiert. Aber das kann man leider nicht ändern. Muss irgendwie klarkommen. Ich gerade nicht drauf, aber ist nicht schlimm, kriegen wir schon raus. Abgebrochen, der nächste, der steht hier. Sacher Lind. Oh, hier ein Massencrash.
Hello.
Sieht noch ganz gesittet aus.
Sorry?
I said hello.
Ah, yeah.
I'm gonna tell him that it looks to me that he is moving over to the left, and I'm not sure what to do. I think I have to protest this.
Have you sent me a link already?
No, not yet. I'm trying to save it, but I fuck up every time.
Just now, do you have the time? Just in case, if replay doesn't work, most importantly, we need car number, name, and the time index. We don't need the replay, they have it anyway, but we need the time index.
The time index is 51:49. That's just before the crash.
Okay. And that was second race, right?
Yes.
First grid. Start number is 44, right?
Yes. And his start number is 138.
Sorry?
His start number is 138.
38.
Yes.
And name of his team?
That I don't know.
Are you still in the session? Can you look it up?
I'm in the session, but I only see his name.
Yeah, then you go to the entries and look for the name. Or in the where you can select the driver, I don't know. I'm out already, I cannot say exactly.
I only see his name.
Yeah, but if you exit the well, when you have the iRacing control stuff, you have the list of entries, then you have the team names and the drivers. Maybe you have to look for it, but
Okay.
so you have the team names, and then you make them large if they are like collapsed. You uncollapse them and look for the name. Otherwise, we will find it somewhere. There must be a list of drivers with the name as well. But
No, it doesn't work. He's telling me now, yes, I do move over a tiny bit.
well, it was.
So that's basically admitting that he's touching my rear.
Yeah, of course, he's also trying to avoid.
Yeah, I guess he had some
protest.
problems already, so. But I was keeping it very clean.
So where is the
I don't know
lift?
why I flipped your car like that. Why it flipped your car like that.
Yeah, well then it was quite likely there's also netcode then giving you a much stronger push than it was supposed to be. I mean, happens, right? So 138 you say?
Yes.
So yeah, Patrick Hahn. This is Hooper Racing Esports. Well, the guys, if I remember correctly, at least one of them, they protested something we did the last time as well. I don't know. So, well, I don't see it. I cannot say anything, obviously.
Well, you will see. If I manage to send you the file.
Was mit weiter hinten los? Kann ich mir vorstellen, da steht schon das erste Auto hier rechts. Das ist, so sieht aus wie Thomas Rofka, der hier schon den ersten Schaden hat. Zack, gucken wir uns das direkt mal an. Ah, kriegt er einen drauf und oder gibt einen drauf und kriegt dann einen drauf, landet hier auf den Reifenstapel, hat es aber wieder runtergeschafft und weiter unterwegs. Der nächste, der hier durchgereicht wird, ist Remo Zem auf der 15. Position, die 23 stimmt nicht ganz, wir müssen hier noch was ändern. So, das stimmt jetzt. 10 Runden werden gefahren. Also hier haben wir schon die Innerlupe und ein heftiger Abflug eines AMG. Das war ein VRL AMG, das ist der Kollege Jan Sörensen. Wo ist er denn? Jetzt muss ich nur noch erwischen. Mensch, der PC macht... So, die Technik. So, hier. Da liegt er schon. Gucken wir nochmal, kriegt er einen drauf? Nee. Ja, doch, hat dann am Ende doch nochmal einen kleinen Zipperl abbekommen, aber das war schon der Beginn nach einem Eigenverschulden auch. Weiter hinten wird weiter durchgereicht. Lukas Wirkler kriegt jetzt auch noch einen drauf. Okay, jetzt geht's hier... Uiuiui, das war eine knappe Geschichte. Sieht auch nach einem eigenen Fehler aus. Das ist diese extrem fiese Linkskurve. Die ist so ein bisschen abfällig nach außen. Jetzt sind 4 vielleicht einen Tick zu spät gebremst. Ja, genauso sieht's aus. Wilder Drift. Kann er noch fangen, bevor ein Einschlag kommt. Oh, ja, okay. Einen kriegt er mit. Der musste wahrscheinlich sein. So, schade, schade. Erste Runde direkt mal ein paar Leute, die ordentlich abgeschlagen sind. Hier ist der nächste langsam. Das ist Sacha Lind. Das ist echt schwer, die zu erwischen.
Saying now, maybe it has something to do with the bumps.
So, jetzt aber. Da, man.
Okay, man. I'm saying I have to go. He says, okay, man. Have a nice evening. You fucked it up already.
Gucken wir uns auch mal direkt nochmal an. Newman AMG, okay, driftet ein bisschen raus, schlägt dann leicht ein. Oh, bleibt doch stehen, Jung. Direkt Rückwärtsgang reingemacht, sehr gut reagiert. Weiter geht. Matthias Lubinos steht auch. Also hier geht's drunter und drüber. Oh, hier letzte Kurve zu Startziel. Was da passiert, ist dieser mintgrüne Audi, den wir hier... Dann geht das richtig geil vorwärts. Aussehen. Bist du der Glück Benjamin Racing Team AMG Racing, das Position, beziehungsweise Mario Kreim und Thomas Rothoff dahinter. Kleiner Report. Geht's hier volle Pulle weiter in das zweite Rennen, wie gesagt. Stefan Jakob ist von Achter geworden, führt jetzt somit das Rennen an und
Sorry?
I closed down the program.
wird auch gleich schon losgehen, weil die Lampen sind nämlich schon an. Jetzt komm, ich springe auf die andere Kamera, da gibt es schon die ersten Steher. Oh, da steht schon ein Fahrzeug in der Luft, der nächste, einer der Schweizer Fahrzeuge, ein VRL-Auto, was da ausrastet. War das Remo Zemp? Remo Zemp hat der doch schon einen drauf gekriegt. So, wir gucken uns mal den Start an. Oh, da stehen 1, 2 der Sportfahrt, flippt hier endzeitmäßig aus. Und da, guck mal, da stehen schon die ersten Autos und dann wird da einfach reingefahren. Da kannst du nichts mehr machen, da stehst du einfach nur da rum. So, hier wird schon wieder gefightet. Alles klar, Remo, weiter Attacke, Viking, Motorsport, Sim Racing, weiter Manager. Christian Schickhuber kriegt eine kleine Attacke, verschwindet hier aber auch ganz kurz.
Danke.
So, jetzt sieht es besser. Marc Hundrieser steht hier rechts an der Wiese. War auf einer guten Position, hat aber jetzt dann das Auto wahrscheinlich weggeschmissen. Er ist der Führung gewesen, genau, hat die Führung übernommen, rastet hier hart in der Leitplanke ein und somit leider die führende Position weg. Michael Endres ist schon wieder auf der zweiten Position vorgerutscht, genau wie Michael Herrmann hat wieder die Führung hier. Unfassbar, will natürlich direkt hier anzünden und direkt los, um hier möglichst viele Plätze gut zu machen. Michael Becker auch ein bisschen abgeschlagen auf der letzten Position, beziehungsweise Mario Kreim und Thomas Orthoff dahinter. So, hier wird ein bisschen überholt, Matthias Lubinus hat auch gerade ein bisschen zu kämpfen gehabt. Also, Michael Endres führt hier. Ne, führt nicht. Zweite, Michael Herrmann. So, Michael Herrmann führt hier das Zelt an. Wir zeigen die Abstände. Wir wollen natürlich auch unten die Intervalle und links die Gaps anzeigen. Gesamtabstände zum Führenden. Also, Endres auf 2, Stefan Jakob auf der dritten Position und Markus.
I'm sorry?
You can watch his stream also. He streamed it.
Ah, okay.
I'll send you a link of it with the timestamp, I guess. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Or I can give you the timestamp.
I just watch a few laps of the official stream of the second race before I do.
Thunhammer ist auf der vierten Position und da hinten scheint es soweit gut zu gehen. Da kann man weit rausfahren auf den Curb.
Is the second split
Thomas Delmut
podcast
steht.
also?
Ja,
I'm sorry? Yes,
So
yes,
das
it
war
is.
nicht so
Yeah.
gut gegangen.
Ja.
Ist wieder hier in die Linkskurve rein. Die ist sehr, sehr schwierig. Sorry für den Ausdruck, aber es ist so. Hat gerade gesagt, hoffentlich läuft besser. Ist da aber erstmal der Profiteur von. Kommen beide aus der Innerloop raus. Da hinten steht der nächste Wagen. Oh Mann, Benjamin Kielhorn. Wer hätte es gedacht? Scheiße. Verdammt, sorry für den Ausdruck, aber es ist so. Hat gerade gesagt, hoffentlich läuft besser. P14 ist in Ordnung. Das ist ein ultra guter Fahrer. Der ist nicht langsam. Benjamin Kielhorn. Hier der Ferrari. Oh, kriegt er einen hinten auf die Hinterachse. Gut, unverschuldet quasi. Wo soll er denn sonst hin? Rutscht hier noch rum und hat auch noch ein Riesenschwein, dass er da nicht noch einen drauf kriegt. Jetzt hier auf der 18. Position mit der 488 muss er noch alles geben und weiter nach vorne. Gib alles, Junge. So. Wo könnte noch was passieren? Thomas Wafka. Gerade vorhin gesehen. AMC Birkenfeld. Bundschuh. Man muss ein bisschen korrigieren und dann ja, selber rausgedreht und noch eingeschlagen. Und da muss man auch aufpassen. Turbo befeuerter 8-Zylinder. Wir können mal reinspringen ins Auto, mal ein bisschen Sound genießen. Der hat nicht viel Sound, aber der macht schon ein bisschen Lärm. Wir drehen mal die Kamera, den Ton auf. Technik, volle Pulle, ich halte die Klappe. Genießt mal eine halbe Runde italienische 8-Zylinder-Power.
Sind sogar bei mir im Cockpit. They showed like a lap from my cockpit. I don't know why they picked me. I was on P6 or something.
Okay.
So, das soll es erstmal genug gewesen sein von diesem wunderschönen Auto. Wir gucken mal, ob hier noch irgendwas passiert ist.
Oh, they called us
Wir sehen ihn hier.
Wunderschönes Auto.
Viking Audi unterwegs.
A very yes.
Vierer-Paket. was hier über die
It's a Ferrari fan, obviously.
Ein Reifenmodell ist da eine Wiese im
Well,
ist
like
nicht gerade ohne, also hier ein 5er-Paket.
like you said, it's kind of standing out.
Andres Bundschuh und Bernhard Geberger in Ferrari ist auch nicht weit weg. Wow, da musst du echt aufpassen, hier rauskommen. Ja, schön von oben. Der AMG, der hat natürlich seine Vorteile, der R8 ist auch nicht zu verachten. Also wie gesagt, passen darf nicht zu schnell sein. Chikuba Newman Sim Racing, genau. Überschwung an. Gibt es da die Kollision? Es sah von der Außencam so aus. Weiß nicht, sah schwierig, oder? Schwierig zu hinten. Perfekt rausgekommen, Mittelmotor genutzt, zweimal Jungblut. Ich fahre immer zu Ende, so will ich das hören. Schade, André, schade. Linkvogel hat noch 9 Minuten und wird dann weiterfahren. hat Stand jetzt schon 7 Runden. Aber wenn Lukas wirklich raus ist, wird er ja eine Position noch kriegen. Mal gucken, was nach vorne noch geht. Ich wünsche dir alles Gute. Lass knacken und Zündung. So, Junge, was geht jetzt hier in Rundenzeit? 8 digital gelb gefunden. Nur Linkskurve kommt dann auf einmal das auch wieder. Jetzt kann aber Junge ein bisschen wegziehen. Perspektive in den Ferrari.
Schon wieder bei mir.
Auf Platz 9 ist eingegraut. Ist jetzt auch hier in der Boxengasse. Also ist hier ein wunderschönes Vierer-Päckchen, was jetzt hier unterwegs ist. Wir springen mal auf Eberger in der gleichen Perspektive in den Ferrari. Wie gesagt, den Tango Racing 42er.
Holy shit, this looks cool from his view. I pass a guy on the entry of the bus stop on the left side.
Ja, already.
Gerade bewusst ein bisschen die Klappe gehalten und einfach mal euch ein bisschen mit den Bildern gelassen. So, TMR auch in die Box.
I feel like a TV car following a group of race cars for television. There was a nice group of 4 or 5 cars, and we were racing like, I don't know, 2/3 of the race together. And I was the last one of this group. I was just staying behind them. It was too dangerous trying to make passes in this group. So I was just running behind them, and it's a nice look onto the group. And obviously he likes Ferraris, so they switched into my cockpit quite often.
Sehr, sehr gut gemacht. Hat hier ordentlich Schwung.
Okay, nice.
Vielleicht nochmal nachgetankt und dann momentan da. Interessant. So, jetzt wird hier nochmal mit dem den Endriss der vorne. Spa-Franco Position. Haben wir es geschafft. 10 Uhr ist hier ungefähr Feierabend.
So, hoffen wir da zum Ende.
Hier sehen wir es noch besser. Der AMG ist halt besser auf der Bremse. Du kannst den ein bisschen härter reindonnern. Der mag das nicht in der Kurve, das mag er nicht so sehr. Aber dann schön durchgeprügelt und dann früher ans Gas. Und dann kannst du mit dem AMG ordentlich Kasala Druck machen. Sehen das hier auf der Bremse, wie er da rankommt. Der Ferrari musste so ein bisschen wie so ein rohes Ei fahren, aber der ist halt unfassbar schnell. Das fühlt sich nicht schnell an, aber der ist extrem zügig. 5 Runden noch, Hermann vor Jungblut. Und jetzt könnte ich mir gleich vorstellen, könnt ihr vielleicht eine Attacke kommen zur Schikane hoch. In die Inner Loop. Erstmal hier die Links-Rechts-Kombi zu Startziel. Da musst du mit Ferrari orientiert aufpassen. Wir sehen es. Er ist am Lenken, er ist am Gegenlenken, er ist am Arbeiten. Die Reifen anscheinend noch nicht perfekt. Bundschuhsreifen sind noch 4 Runden älter. 5 Runden noch auch für die beiden jetzt. Hier zack über die Linie, Rundenzeiten. Uiui, hat er mal 4 Zehntel abgenommen letzte Runde. 46,9. Schnellste Rennrunde für Bundschuch jetzt. Also gesamt. Also er hat den AMG anscheinend ein bisschen besser positioniert bekommen. Gut, der ist 8 Sekunden an der Spitze, von der Spitze entfernt, aber hier nochmal dann schnell vorbeikommt. Vielleicht jetzt hier mit Windschatten den perfekten Überschuss nutzen kannst. Und es sieht ganz gut aus. Innen rein, die Innerloop. Jetzt muss er ein bisschen Balls zeigen, später bremsen. Ne, macht er nicht, positioniert sich lieber zur Schikane besser, weil dann geht einem hier der Winkel aus. Wir sehen es, direkt wieder 3, 4, 5 Meter, wenn nicht sogar schon 2, 3 Wagenlängen. Muss jetzt sich wieder neu positionieren, ist wieder eine knappe Sekunde weg.
Almost doesn't move on.
Und lieber so die eine Position Split. Die Position 11. Im langen Rennen dahinter, Hermann freut sich trotzdem. Vielleicht jetzt die perfekte Möglichkeit, wenn hier, wann nicht sonst. Okay, hier erstmal nicht. Jetzt sollte im Normalfall keine Möglichkeit mehr kommen, hier vorbeizugehen. Was mit Jungblut? Die sind noch ein bisschen was davor. Also die hängen natürlich ein gutes Stück zurück. Wir reden ja von einer Minute 17. Also die müssen noch eine Runde.
really have to see his stream.
Ganz
His
kurz gucken,
stream?
Wenn die gleich auch
Yeah.
zeigt, was du aus dem Audi rausholen kannst. So hast du
After the
vorhin so
stream he
gewollt.
says, fuck it.
Du meinst mal ein paar Anzeigen.
Why is this
Das
game
funktioniert
so
gewesen,
fucked
aber
up?
das
I
haben wir
don't
auch
know what he's saying anymore, but
mal gern gesehen, dass
well,
die
he's
auch
not in
mal
a good mood.
nicht so wollen. Audi ein bisschen mehr Schwung haben. Wir haben nur noch
I
2
think
Runden. Jetzt
he
nur noch
knows what's coming.
zieht zurück und Audi vorbei.
I'm not sure.
Ah, da könnte noch die Attacke kommen. Ne, macht die Tür zu. Jetzt zeigen, was geht. Thomas Dellmuth könnte ja die nächste Attacke kommen. Jetzt können wir auf den Platz. Gut, führt hier immer noch, kann sich ein bisschen ab. Split gewinnt zu Hammer von Padman Race. Im Normalfall keine. Den ganz knapp dahinter. Ich glaube, es ist nicht irgendwas, wo man traurig kleinem Chaos. Wie ist aber das Endergebnis?
So, what first? The replay first. Replay. Oh, I never do replays. I have to replay. Results. My replays. I have to copy this into my replay, I guess.
Yes.
I hardly ever watch replays.
Me neither.
Hours,
But I think this is a good time to start with it.
So, Patrick Hahn Inc. replay. Good.
Well, after seeing his reaction, it really doesn't look intentional. So I'm not sure if I will protest it.
Well, most things we do, this kind of things are unintentionally, and we get plenty of penalties by very unintentional
Yeah,
things.
but he was really down when it happened. So I'm not sure. I think I will leave it up to you.
Why me?
Because you are the team boss. And you have the most experience with things like this. I always say that I leave more than enough space. Then I don't.
That's true. So I just have to watch Twitch, which I really don't like. So there's no timestamp, or it's not working. I don't know.
Well, if you go to 1 hour 39, I think, you will see the last 2 laps.
Ah, I see a nice Ferrari.
You will see the nice pass
2
I made
litres
on
remaining.
the pink Ferrari also. He got passed by 2 Ferraris in 1 corner. Well, basically 2 corners, the stop is. Did you battle some Audis, by the way?
Poof.
They are so freaking fast.
Well, yeah, there was one in front of me, I think. It was about the same pace. I'd say.
But out of the corners, they are so freaking fast. I don't know. Maybe it's the drivers, but
Yeah, it was a nice move through bus stop.
yeah, a bit lucky, but I was expecting him here already, but he didn't pass me.
Ooh, last lap. Yeah, last lap is now or never, no?
That's true. He's also very short on fuel. Yeah, now the shit is starting.
Are you watching?
Yes.
From his perspective, I wouldn't protest.
But he does move over.
Yeah, well, I have to say, watch a replay, but from his cockpit perspective, you also moved to his side quite a bit. Initially, at least. Here. Well, you see this now in different time, so it's a bit difficult. I cannot. Is it?
Yeah, the replay will be better, I guess. He also
Yeah,
will review it, by the way.
but
after it.
I like to see it also from if a Weber. It's nice to see it from his point of view as well. Because at this moment you move over on his side.
Well, not really.
Yeah, you do. First, he's getting out of the corner, back to the straight. You're like in the middle of the track.
Well, he's
So
gonna
here,
review
here,
it, so
here.
you will see
Ah,
it from above. Then
fuck.
it looks a bit different, I guess. Look at the steering wheel. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, if you pay attention to the white line relative to his car.
Yeah, he moves over.
Yeah.
Just before he hit.
Yeah. And actually quite unnecessary, there was enough room. Because
Yeah,
he
I
was
think so too.
he was driving, I mean, could have been really because it was on the right side, very much outside of the corner. If you stay next to him, so he cannot basically come back on the track and he would be forced into the grass, that would justify that you like move over trying to stay on the track somehow. But that's not the case here anymore. He is already on the regular straight.
Yeah,
just fine.
That's what I'm seeing also. But you should see his reaction. He's not happy with it. Someone was in our channel. Your channel.
Ah, no, he's reviewing.
Fucking shame, man. Why does a car spin out like that even?
See here, my car is already pointing to the left. Yeah, from my point of view, it looks brutal.
I don't get it, man. I don't get it.
I mean, I think we are extremely lucky that you could finish P10. I mean, you could have had a much worse crash and like just get stuck there, something, or not possible to get to the finish line. So I think we are lucky in what happened. So it's 2 positions we lost because of that, right?
Yes. Not too bad, but still. At least he says sorry.
Yeah. I mean, like you say, it was definitely not on purpose.
I think we have to leave it up to the race commission, how do you call it?
I think most of all he is annoyed that.
Okay.
Yeah, that he killed another one.
Nice, Speedman.
Because in Imola
Okay, I will head
he
off.
killed also one.
So, yep, another race done.
I guess
Another
he
incident
started
we
from
had.
the pit this race because of
So,
that. I'm not sure.
fuck me, I'm so sad that this happened. Never in my life I would want something like this.
I see now he's 6600 I rated.
So, see you later, guys. Bye bye.
So it's pretty good.
Yes, yes, I think therefore he's really kind of annoyed that this happened. And it was also an unlucky thing, like you said, it could have been like nothing. That's the stupid thing here in iRacing. That sometimes you know, when we fought each other, quite often we in practice we're like fooling around, right? And pushing a bit each other, and sometimes it's like in real life you can run into each other on the straight a little bit and you get a little, you know, like I don't know, like a bit a touch, and the car is like unsettled 5 centimeters and that's it. And this is what would happen if you touch each other like in a very soft way next to each other. And sometimes I think it's kind of a net code thing
Yeah, I
that
guess so.
that it's a soft touch, but then it's quite often like that, right? I mean, you hardly touch or don't even touch. I mean, this is the typical net code. You don't even touch, and one car is like flying off. In this case, you touch slightly, and you get, I think, a much stronger push than what was supposed to be. And I think he's annoyed that it happened like that, because it could have been just like a touch and that's it, nothing more. So I mean, I'm quite impressed by the corner exit, because, well, you were fighting hard, both of you, and there was hardly any space available here for him. Like if you check out corner exit, he's like literally on the grass on his right side, and then he's just moving back. If you take a look here, there's basically hardly any room left. A lot of things could have gone wrong here already.
Yeah,
And
but there is enough space. Yeah, here it's close. I see now what you mean.
well, this is like what you said before. You said like, oh, there's enough space. In theory, if you watch it like this, but if you race it, fighting around the corner at the limit of the car, and you have like the track and 20 centimeters, you can say it's enough space, but it's not enough space, because if you touch the grass, you know, you're gone. So if he's like moving 20 centimeters to the right, he's gone. If he's moving 20 centimeters to the left, there's the possibility to have a net code. I have seen net codes like where you get a push with a distance like this, like you are here now, if you see this in the stream.
Yeah,
So
true.
you could have had a push and net code situation already here. It's really, really, really tight. So if it's a less experienced driver, it could have gone wrong here on both sides already.
Yeah, but a less experienced driver would not have been next to me.
Yeah, of course. I mean, just say he's very much under control in this situation, and that's a very tricky one, because his track is, you know, his track getting is off in this situation, and this is
Yeah,
what
but
I was.
out of the corner, I give him some extra.
Yeah, this is what I was referring to, that I said like, well, this is a tricky situation in the first place, because he's here at the very end, and then the track becomes narrow, more narrow. So
Yes.
basically the track is running out, and you give him enough room, but it's just enough room. So I mean, it's okay, but it's really like here, there's no room to move at all. I mean, if he's moving the steering wheel for 5 millimeters, he's into you. And then it's a pity, because then this situation is over, and you gave him even more space than here,
Yeah, and then he follows me.
and then it happened. Yeah, I don't know why.
That's a hard one. The car even moves before he touches me, it seems.
Yeah, for sure it's partly netcode thing.
Yeah, it's very weird, but
the car should
because
not.
it pushes the front to the left. It should go the other way around.
It shouldn't go anywhere.
No, but if it goes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
should spin me the right way, not the left way.
Yeah, okay, but that's not the point. I mean, the point is why it happened like this.
Yeah, I understand.
And
but that shows that iRacing's.
well, it's not. This is what everybody says. It's a problem for close-up racing. You cannot like rub each other, the cars onto each other. It's not working.
Well, on NASCAR they do it.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
Yeah, you have to have a very, very good internet connection. And they all come from the US, so.
Normally, I personally would say, especially since we were able to finish, well, 2 positions down, but we finished. Normally, just for myself, I would say like, okay, shit happens, race incident. It was not on purpose. It was not something stupid. He's a very good driver. There is also netcode involved. It was just unlucky.
Yeah, I was thinking.
So that's my would have been or is my first approach. I would say like, okay, you know, not necessary to protest everything, but and I'm not. I would have to.
Well, looking at your replay now, when it goes very slow, it looks worse.
Yes, I mean it's definitely something worth. We could protest this, and probably he's basically behind you at the moment of contact. So even if you pull over to the right, probably you could like say, well, he's not next to you. He's just on the rear end, and is like not even wheel to wheel. So, like some people would argue, you can even go to the right there, and he has to back off. But well, I'm not one of those. I think always it's always even if it's just a little bit like this, I think it's a fair thing to leave the space. Chances are that he's not going to make the pass anyway. The only thing which I'm now concerned is, and I will have to look this up, but I think I got protested by Huber eSport for something which was also something you could like say, okay, yeah, you can protest, but you can also choose not to protest.
Well, I had a problem in Monza with another teammate of him, which I touched on the first corner, I think. And he didn't protest me.
And there was also no penalty for you from race control or something?
Well, yeah, I got a penalty.
The race, I remember, the race control checked that.
Yes. But yeah, I think this is worse. Because at the start, anything can happen, basically.
I don't remember what was the situation when they protested something from me. Would be nice to remember now. Would help a bit. To some extent, I do think that they are kind of a professional sim racing team. And I think if they see there's something worth to protest, they will protest. It's just like you know, they wouldn't think twice. This is like, I think, but I don't know any of those guys personally.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I remember I was a bit pissed the last time when we got the penalty. And it was a situation with Huber and they just went for a protest, no word, no nothing, just filed protest, and that's it.
Yeah, that's even worse.
And then if it's against them, they understand, well, now it could be against them. Of course they are sorry, everybody is, I mean, but we are sorry as well when something happened. But back then they didn't give a shit. So now I'm a bit between this. Like if there's no history, or if I consider them like guys who's like, well, okay, can be race incidents, I would say like, okay, forget it. If I have the feeling that they say like, well, this is like professional thing, this is something happened, if they could be in the right, and if the competitor will get some penalty, they will protest, because you fight. And you fight to win the thing in the end, and if somebody you're fighting with is being penalized and this is going to help you to win, you're doing it, then we would have to do it. I'm personally don't like to go that, or I like to, race and not think about, okay, if I have a good chance to win a protest and this will harm the other car, I will do, because the team will get some penalty and this will help us, but not because we won racing, but we just find a way to have them a penalty. But if they use this, then I say, then we have to use it against them as well.
Yeah,
it's just fair. So I'm really kind of in between the chairs
because
here.
it's not his first time. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would like to know what was the issue I had. I think it was at the VVLN, probably with different class pass, I guess. Maybe I try to look this up.
Don't they show that on the DGTM website?
Well, I think it was VVLN, what I have in mind, because I think. But I'm not so sure. We can check first DGTM. Auswertung. What was this? This was...
Yeah, they only show 1 week, I guess.
I think so too, that we cannot see the old ones.
That's weird.
Last week there was nothing with us.
No, I don't think so.
And we don't see anything before that, do we?
Nope.
Are there somewhere the live? There should be somewhere. Where are the live? I didn't find this. The live protests normally have. Did you see this?
Nope. Where do you see that?
Sorry.
Where do you see that normally?
Well, there's a link somewhere to the live protests where you can see who filed what.
I'm not sure. I will be right back.
Okay.
Turn on the oven. Have you found anything yet?
Yeah, just that he has quite a lot of penalties already, or warnings.
Yeah, almost every week.
He's almost full. That's a really tricky one. Meanwhile, Fred, are you still watching? You asked about DD1 and SimiCube 2. Do you have a tendency now?
Sorry?
Do you have a tendency?
To protest, you mean?
Do we have a TeamSpeak from them? Over Racing. Racing Esports. I don't really know any one of them, I think. I'll look if I find the TeamSpeak from them.
The longer I'm watching it, the more I think we should protest.
Okay, well, let's do it. I almost filled out everything anyway.
Is that replay file good enough?
We don't need a replay at all.
Ah, they have their own.
Yeah, we just need the time index. We have to let them know what we want to protest. And I think it's avoidable contact.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a comment field. Anything add?
Yeah, I'm not sure what to add.
Well, I would say nothing, or as we could add that we considered this unintentionally, but unnecessary since there was enough room, and first
I
it
guess.
was unintentionally, second there was something like a net code, but there was enough room and he moved over unnecessarily.
Well, I wouldn't mention the netcode.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now you know. For the next race, you have to do a bit more practice. Because I think with a little bit more practice, you would be in split one.
Yeah, I don't know. I did quite a lot actually. I was just I couldn't explain. I was even working on telemetry. I never do that. But I couldn't
But we
explain.
did way less than in the Imola and the races before that. I basically did half.
You think?
Yes. I can see that in VRS, how many laps I did on which track.
I have to look this up too.
So if I did less, you really did less. Way less.
So, we sent the protest.
Okay. I guess if he gets a penalty, he's fucked.
Well, I don't think it's going to be a big one because, yeah. But I have no idea. I have no idea how they do this. Judge this, basically.
No, but I think he has a few penalties already. But I'm not sure how it works. And where to find it all.
Yeah. So, well, I think I will stop the stream. Is there anything else we have to do? No, I don't think so. I will watch the laps. Yeah, next time is Interlagos, which I hate, which I don't even like much more than Watkins Glen. So let's see how this works out.
Especially the first corner.
Thanks for watching, whoever did, and see you next time for, I don't know what's the next race, VLAN or DGTM, or we'll see. Or some fun training probably.
Maybe it will be an Audi.